Hello, I'm Stefan. This is True Stories in a Composer's Life. In this episode, I wanted to tell you a funny story and then I realized it might actually gross you out. You have been warned. When I was a music student, one day there was a note on the bulletin board of the School of Music by a guy named Michael Shepard. He was looking for someone to arrange pop songs and evergreens. So I went to meet the guy and he said, well, Stephen, for some reason he would forever call me Stephen, I don't know why. Well, Stephen, why don't you come and see our show tonight so you know what we are about and then we can talk business. So that night I went to see his show. This was at a nightclub in a motel in Victoria, BC. He was doing stand-up comedy. He also played his acoustic guitar, accompanying himself and his spouse, Karen Summers. She would dress up in all these crazy costumes, doing hula girls and impersonating famous singers like Cher or Dolly Parton. All night long, his guitar was going through a flanger pedal. If you don't know what that is, it adds this outer-worldly kind of swirl to the sound. He probably thought it made the sound bigger. I thought it sounded terrible because it made everything he played sound more or less the same. He would play this beautiful ballad and the guitar would go woung, yaoung, yaoung. But the next song might be, fast rock and roll, and this guitar would still go woung, yaoung. I think it was his dream to have like a live backing band, but the next best option was to have custom arrangements for his show in a sort of karaoke style. Anyway, we came to an agreement. I made tapes for him. Over time, we built up a repertoire. And one day when I brought him another tape, he said, well, Stephen, could you record our live show? Because we've had requests from people wanting to buy a tape. We have nothing to sell. So sure, one night I set up mics and I put my recording gear on a little table off to the side of the stage. Now the people who bought tickets to the show, they also got a dinner with it, which was served during intermission. Just before this intermission, Michael introduced me to the audience. I wasn't really ready for that. I mean, not that I would have to be, but it wasn't like he said, by the way, this is Stephen, he's recording a show. He went on and on about how I had made all this music and what kind of a genius I was. I have recorded his show, right? I want to play a little snip so you know I'm not pulling your leg and what set me up for what was about to follow. Check it out.
Stephen Schramm, by the way, all the music you've been hearing tonight in the background is created by him. Stephen plays every instrument that you hear on there, whether it's keyboard, synthesizer, strings, wind, percussion, whatever it happens to be, whatever's required. He also records it all himself in a state-of-the-art multi-track recording studio in his own home. He does the whole thing. This guy is a genius, and I hate him.
I love him.
He is also here this evening with us, recording everything we do. His name is Stephen Schramm, right here. Stand up, Stephen.
You think that was it, right? But that's actually an edit. The whole spiel went on for almost 3 minutes. So I was extremely self-conscious. I mean, I was, 24 years old. I had a face like a lobster. But I knew people would be busy with their dinner now, so I took this opportunity to leave the room and take a leak. So I walked into this bathroom and there's nobody inside, which is just how I like it, because actually I cannot pee with somebody else in the room. Sorry for the descriptive language. If you can't handle it, let me say it now. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next episode, which will be absolutely professional again, I promise. So anyway, I'm standing there and I'm just about to, relieve myself when the door flies open and in walks this big guy and I'm thinking, God, I have to stand here pretending I'm doing something until he leaves. So we have 5, 6 urinals in a row. So I'm standing way in the corner. You'd think this guy would pick the opposite corner, someplace in the middle. No, he comes right next to my urinal. This is a big guy. He's practically pushing me over. And unlike me, he has no problems peeing with somebody else in the room. He's all happy and cheerful. It's like, shh. And he has a bladder the size of Alaska, I swear to God. I'm thinking to myself, why didn't I go to one of those stalls for some peace of mind? But not only does he stand there practically pushing me away, he starts talking to me. And the conversation goes something like this. Hey! You're the guy that makes all the great music, right? I cannot believe this is happening. I don't know what to do. All I can say is like, yeah, that's me, right? Great! Nice meeting you.